One of the people groups we're hoping to reach through the new video series is the Thai people. Less than 2% of the population are evangelical Christians.
To be Thai is to be Buddhist. 88% of Thai villages have no Christian presence. The average Thai, I think, spends something between 2 to 3 hours on Facebook a day. And so if that's where people are living, if that's where people are engaging content and engaging other people, then how do we bring the gospel to that place?
Thai people are on Facebook 3 times more than any other nation in the world.
That's Josh and Clinton. They approached us to create Journey to Hope, a series of animated Bible stories that will be contextualized for a Buddhist worldview. You might be wondering, didn't Motion already create a series of animated Bible stories?
We did, and we're adapting it into other languages as we speak.
We created Share the Story with a Muslim worldview in mind. The Antioch Ministries International team saw it and wanted something like it for their context. But all that blood sacrifice stuff, they said it might be a bit much for a Buddhist audience.
So they requested a new series. New stories, new artwork, new music, with a theme focused on Jesus as our only hope. Candace thought that was a great idea.
It's right in line with our mission to tell God's story through animated videos. We believe that people of all cultures deserve to hear about Jesus in a way they understand. That's why our videos are culturally appropriate, gospel-centered, and church planner approved. We're taking you behind the scenes as we produce Journey to Hope over the next year and a half. You can check it out at this link, wherever the link is. Here's a glimpse of building the Buddha series. We have partnered with the AMI team, the Antioch Ministries International team, to develop Bible stories for these scripts. They had an idea of the stories that they wanted to use that they felt like would best reach a Buddhist audience.
It's always interesting to hear what connects. It's the beauty of the gospel, that it doesn't belong to the West. And so we get real value out of these stories ourselves, but somebody can look at the same story and get a totally different lesson, and you hear it and you're like, that's the kingdom.
When I think about my Buddhist friends, I'm thinking about the kind of life questions that they're asking themselves, just like we are. They're hoping they're doing enough good to be reincarnated. We try to represent those struggles with the art, with the movement. We're trying to take elements of their world, shapes, colors, line, and use that to try to tell the story of Christ in a way that is easier for them to understand.
By now we have a pretty good sense of the style that we're going with. For example, in the style guide, we made a note we want to try to keep the compositions circular. We want to use that throughout, as well as using symmetry.
A lot of color in line and detail and pattern. I think it's going to be really, really beautiful when it's done.
Before we traveled to Thailand, my idea of building a series for the Buddhist people would be to incorporate lots of images and symbols from Buddhism into the series as a way to kind of make it feel relevant and familiar to them. But I think one thing that surprised me was learning that that's not necessarily a good thing to incorporate symbols that are so strongly tied to Buddhism. In order for this series to really connect with Buddhist people, we need to make sure that there's nothing that we're going to put in it that's going to be offensive or be distracting to them.
It's tricky, and that's why we're going back and forth with the consultants in Thailand. It's an honor to be able to tell these stories. It's an honor to be able to work with these people. I just have to believe and pray that God's going to bring in the right consultants and the right Thai people and the right Buddhist people to speak into the project, because it is theirs.
I'm excited to be a tool for people to meet Jesus in a culture where there's so little hope.